Opening the center instantly, this thrust demands an immediate response to contest crucial squares. Establishing immediate diagonal pressure across the center, a classic Sicilian defiance. Building a central presence and preparing for pawn expansion are key, steering the game toward flexible structures. Opening the way for the queen's bishop, this move subtly prepares for central pawn advances while solidifying the king side. Instantly opening the center, this challenges black's setup and aims to create dynamic play. Clearing the central tension, black opens lines for immediate development and central pawn control, aiming for active piece play. Pioneering the center with the knight, white immediately stakes a claim for dominion, anticipating a dynamic fight for open lines. Developing a knight to f6 is a natural reaction, challenging the central knight and preparing castling. Developing the knight here contests central squares and prepares for castling, subtly building pressure on black's flexible pawn structure. Solidifying the center and preparing to develop the dark-squared bishop now defines black's intent. Developing the bishop to this square safeguards the king and prepares for kingside castling, solidifying white's pawn structure. Developing the knight to its natural outpost solidifies black's central pawn structure and prepares for further piece activity. Solidifying the center and preparing to castle kingside, this move quietly bolsters white's position. Solidifying kingside defense, this bishop prepares for castling and supports the central pawns. Securing the monarch is paramount. Castling now prepares for the middle game struggle, connecting the rooks. Securing the monarch within the castle walls sets the stage for development. Aspiring to seize central space, white initiates a bold pawn thrust, aiming to create attacking opportunities while slightly compromising king's safety. Securing the queen's development and preparing for queenside expansion adds pressure to white's center. Rerouting the knight to b3 aims to reinforce the d4 square and potentially eye the queenside. Unifying pieces along the d-file marshals forces for the central struggle, eyeing potential pawn breaks. Shifting the queen to e1 subtly prepares a kingside pawn storm, while also potentially avoiding any immediate skirmishes on the d-file. Preparing to potentially challenge the queenside pawn structure, subtly expanding black's territorial claims. Instilling pressure along the f-file now, preparing for further central expansion or a kingside assault. Seeking shelter for the queen from the open files, but this repositioning leaves white more central space. Unlocking lines for the queenside, this bishop aims to support the eventual b4 push and gain more board presence. A necessary consolidation, aiming to free the c8 bishop and prepare for a central pawn advance. The knight relocates, eyeing the queenside expansion, preparing a potential blockade or aggressive sortie. A bold pawn push, challenging white's knight and aiming to disrupt the queenside structure. A bold knight sortie aims to disrupt black's queenside pawn structure and potentially create a discovered attack. Developing the bishop to e8 prepares for a potential queen maneuver and reinforces the central pawn structure by offering better support. Sacrificing the knight for the rook opens lines and dramatically alters the game's complexion, forcing black to reevaluate their whole pawn structure. Regaining the sacrificed material, black aims to neutralize white's initiative and potentially exploit the exposed queen. Securing the open d-file establishes a powerful central presence and prepares for future pawn advances or piece activity. Opening the center with this pawn thrust aims to disrupt white's coordinated pieces and seize initiative in the queenside majority. Reasserting central influence is crucial here, preparing for future pawn advances and solidifying piece placement. Challenging the open file, this move prepares to contest crucial territory on the queenside. This move solidifies white's queenside pawn structure and prepares to challenge the open c-file, creating future complications. Pressing the queenside expansion with a pawn provides attacking momentum, though it concedes vital central space. Securing the queenside pawn structure, this move anticipates potential pawn advances and strengthens white's defensive posture. Black lunges forward, seeking to unravel white's queenside pawn structure and create counterplay. Capturing the pawn opens the A-file, potentially pressuring black's underdeveloped queenside and creating new attacking avenues. Opening the queenside flank, black sacrifices pawn structure for dynamic counterplay and an active rook. Seizing control of an open file often dictates the tempo of the ensuing engagement. Shifting the queen to a more active diagonal after the pawn storm begins offers better defensive coverage and preparation for potential king attacks. Pivoting to seize control of the queen's flank opens a critical path for your rook. Breaking the pawn chain opens the e-file, a tactical gamble that could expose the king. Recapturing this pawn solidifies central control and prepares to exploit white's slightly awkward knight placement. A noble attempt to activate the knight, though it leaves the e-pawn vulnerable to counterattack and sacrifices positional control. Striking at the misplaced knight, white simplifies, aiming for clarity and easier piece coordination. Reclaiming the pawn strengthens black's central influence, opening lines for the queenside pieces. Unlocking the queen's power towards black's uncastled king. Accepting the exchange simplifies the position, potentially steering black towards a more manageable endgame. Recapturing the queen initiates a decisive endgame, where pawns will become the primary battleground. Recognizing the endgame transition, this move activates the bishop, preparing to contest the central open files and potentially disrupt white's pawn structure. Reinforcing the queenside pawn structure, this move aims to solidify white's control over the open files. Activating the bishop to the attacking diagonal offers excellent pressure on white's queenside pawns and potentially supports a kingside initiative. Asserting control over the open, a file now that your rook is no longer threatened by black's queen. Grasping the rook's influence by repositioning the bishop to a more active square. Unleashing the rook to control the open file, aiming to pressure the isolated pawn. Restoring a stable pawn structure and developing the bishop to an active diagonal prepares counterplay. Unleashing a tempo-gaining attack, this rook sortie aims to disrupt black's pawn structure and gain initiative on the open files. Injecting the knight into the game creates immediate pressure on white's rook, forcing a reaction. Controlling the critical queenside files, this repositioning aims to restrict black's bishop and pressure the pawn, paving a path to a favorable endgame. Repositioning the knight to be 6i's potential entry points, and aims to disrupt white's queenside pressure. Repositioning the bishop to a more active diagonal after the knight retreat is a solid defensive regrouping. Preparing to reinforce the kingside and potentially challenge the central control. Securing the king's safety becomes paramount as the rook now stands unopposed on the 7th rank. Solidifying pawn structure and threatening to disrupt the queen's bishop placement on the kingside. Recapturing the pawn solidifies control over the crucial 7th rank, aiming to prevent black's knight from re-entering the fray. This knight's repositioning aims to contest the crucial central squares and perhaps launch a future attack on the queenside pawns. Solidifying the king's shelter while preparing for potential advances on the queenside. Reactivating the knight to its central outpost offers a glimmer of counterplay against white's consolidated position. This repositioning aims to unblock the rook and create new pressure on the queenside. Reactivating the knight to white's pawn weaknesses opens new tactical avenues for black. Squeezing the knight with the rook on the 6th rank forces a positional concession and simplifies the game. Activating the bishop to a more active diagonal offers better long-term prospects for piece play. Securing the queen's flank with the rook initiates a strategic redeployment to potentially attack the weakened d-pawn. Liberating the rook from its cramped position allows for dynamic play on the open files. Reactivating the central control with the rook, aiming to exploit the isolated knight. Shifting the king to the side opens a pathway for potential counterplay and improves its safety from the rook's watchful eye. Unlocking the file and pressuring the weakened queenside pawn structure. Exploring central control with the knight now, offers counterplay and potential disruption of white's queenside structure. Repositioning the knight here aims to reinforce the kingside and potentially target squares like f3 or g4, while preparing for a queenside expansion. Unlocking the file opens a path for the rook to infiltrate white's queenside structure and threaten breakthroughs. Capturing the pawn initiates a pawn race, aiming to outrun black's connected passers before the king is compromised. Bringing the bishop back to a more active diagonal is a sound positional adjustment, preparing for potential counterplay. Opening the c-file aggressively disrupts black's piece coordination. A tactical opportunity opens as the knight eyes the weak pawns on the queen side. Securing the rook on the 5th rank now probes weaknesses on the queen side and prepares for queenside pawn advancement. Unleashing a central pawn break, this gambit aims to disrupt white's queenside pawn structure and open lines for black's rook. Unleashing the rook to seize control of the now open c-file, directly challenging black's knight. A brave attempt to disrupt white's dominance on the queen side, but it risks isolating that knight. Anchoring the bishop here centralizes a key defender and prepares to contest the open c-file with renewed purpose. Unblocking the knight's retreat opens the possibility of consolidating the pawn structure and creating attacking chances. Opening a decisive central file, this piece boldly eyes the isolated knight and threatens a swift advance. The bishop now eyes the central pawns, aiming to disrupt white's pawn structure and prepare for more active piece play. Pushing the pawn opens lines and aims to exploit black's slightly cramped position, creating attacking chances. Unleashing the knight to disrupt white's queenside pawn structure presents a dynamic counterplay opportunity. Probing the knight's outposts to disrupt black's defensive pawn chain. Seizing the opportune moment, black's knight initiates a daring raid, aiming to disrupt white's threatened rook. The king's journey begins, seeking a safer haven amidst the unfolding complexity. Knight repositions to threaten the white king's pawn shield, aiming to stir up activity on the kingside. Bolstering the rook's presence on the 7th rank aims to pry open the kingside for a decisive assault. A quiet repositioning, aiming to bolster the bishop's defense and potentially support a pawn push later. Aiming to trap the knight, this maneuver seeks to restrict black's mobility on the queen side. A desperate attempt to stir chaos, sacrificing the knight for a ghost of an attack. Bringing the monarch into the fray creates immediate threats on the queen side, aiming to exploit the pinned knight. Sacrificing the rook here is a bold attempt to disrupt white's coordination and open pathways for the knight. White embraces a simplified endgame by exchanging a rook, aiming to exploit black's exposed king. The knight's flight to g5 opens new avenues for attack while threatening the white king. Securing the queenside pawn majority offers a potent new avenue for the bishop to support a coming advance.